He wants him to work in close. He wants him to work to the body and just keep working at him.
This is where the hard work and the training comes in. You know, when you're grueling on the inside wrestling, that can take it out of you.
I was talking to Billy before, Anthony. I mean, having been, you know, involved in a team sport and then a really successful boxing career, there's nowhere to hide here. I mean, people say, oh, geez, you know, there's not much doing here, but I mean, it's you and you alone.
Yeah, exactly. You can't, you know, ask for water or ask a teammate to help you. You need to, you know, obviously, in your preparation, do your hard work and make sure that you can, you know, come out on top as far as when you're fighting.
So he goes after him now, the Australian, Lucas Browne, and he tagged in there with the left hand, and Long sort of reacted to it. And this is where Fenech wants him to be working. We've got 44 seconds to go in the second round, scheduled for 10.
Well, this way he's getting most of his best work because Long is on the ropes and he's teeing off, but he's got to be careful that he doesn't get countered or caught himself.
He got an uppercut in there, Long, and oh, there's two good punches from the Australian on the butt. The next two missed.
Come on, stay back. Watch the back of the head, boys. Come on.
So the big American's going to last 2 rounds for sure. Although those arms are looking...
Yeah, they're looking pretty low to me. Yeah. You know, he's going to get caught.
Oh, there's a right hand, and he threw his own punches back, but he's in that corner, and he's easy pickings for the Australian. We come up to the end of round number 2.
He's been cheeky, you know, he's sticking the tongue out. He's being confident.
Yeah, there it is. Round 2 finishes. If we scored the first one 10 apiece, the second round went to the Australian 10-9.
Yeah, he won that round, but I think his tenacity and his will and his want will get him home in this fight.
So there was a good combination there as the big American was leaning into it. There's the look of anguish on the trainer's face. Feeling old. I heard Jeff in that pre-fight interview talk about Satoshi Shinyaki in 1985. I called the fight at the Horden Pavilion when he destroyed the Japanese champion.
I was actually at that fight.
I reckon you would have been a little boy.
I was a little boy. I was a little boy.
So back in centre ring they come now. 30 seconds into this third round of 10.
Come on, step back. Let it go, man. Let's go.
And it's probably not a bad thing that he's meeting someone like Julius Long. If he's going to fight for a world title down the track, he's going to have to work a bit harder than he is tonight and get through 10 rounds heading towards 12.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be good for him. It'll be good for his lungs and the experience. See, when Julius Long feints, he sets him off. And that's just all about setting him off and setting up your punches.
Threw a couple there, Long. But now he comes after him.
He's boxing well this round, Long.
If you're fighting 10 rounds, you've got to pace yourself. I mean, and people are expecting him to win, the Australian. So
Come on, fight out of it, fight out of it.
when do you sort of start to think, well, I've got to really start to assert myself here? What, we get to 5 rounds, 6 rounds?
Yeah, well, you know as a fighter how you're progressing through the fight. And if you know, obviously you're going to be able to close if the fight is a long fight, like 10 or 12 rounds. But, you got to pick your moments and just try to stay in control. The main thing is stay in control.
Well, Long's doing a good job here, the journeyman. He's the rank outsider in the bout, and he's still there in this third round with 50 seconds to go.
Yeah, and it seems to me he's getting confident as the rounds go on.
Must be hard to fight someone so tall, but I mean, he's the tallest heavyweight in the world, except for one. Well, he's come after him here, and he's thrown a left and right, and all of a sudden the Australian is pushed out of the way, and he's going to cop a caution here for the referee about pushing in the back.
Let's go.
Got to bend down to listen to him.
All right, go. Let's go, box.
The referee should have brought a letter.
What happened to Boris Spool? We're coming up towards the end of round number 3 now, about 10 seconds to go before they go to the break. And this has been a much better round for Long.
Yeah, I think I'll give this round a Long.
Yeah, it's going to be even going into the next. And there it is, and the bell sounds for the end of that round, and we come back shortly. Anthony, what do you say about the body language here? Jeff Fennick's been in his ear for the entire break between rounds, and he's worried about the fact that the other bloke's taking the fight to the Australian.
Yeah, I think, you know, Lucas said something about his hand. He's hurt his hand. So that could be playing on his mind. He needs to do whatever he can in order to get back in control.
And what Jeff said is throw the left then. Throw the left, so it's obviously a problem with his right hand.
Time. Okay, let's go. Box.
So let's keep an eye on what he does with that right hand, if that's giving him some problems there.
Come on.
And he did look quite concerned between the 3rd and 4th rounds, the Australian.
He did.
Worried.
Holding.
Which would make you think, given that he's explained he's got a problem with the hand, that maybe he's cracked it.
If Long had a snappier jab and a you know, snap from the hip, his jab would be a lot better, you know, for him to take control of this fight. But he's just pouring it out there.
He's awkward, you know, just keeping a close eye on. He's leading again with the left and going in.
Ooh, that was a good right hand. Good right hand.
And there's another one. And the Australian's in a bit of trouble here.
I think he stunned him a couple of times.
So Lucas Browne, he won't be worried about making excuses, but it does appear that he's being hampered by a problem with his right hand, judging by what was said between rounds 3 and 4.
Yeah, and he's marked up under the right eye, right?
He got in closer then, and he threw a left and a right, and he probably was determined that 10 rounds is beyond him, given the injury problem he has. So he's got to get in there, and he's thrown lefts and rights and left and rights, and he's getting in close. There's an uppercut. There's a left. He's got him back into the neutral corner. The referee says, come on, don't hold on.
He's got to keep him in that corner and be tenacious.
And that's exactly what he's doing at the moment, with 1 minute 10 seconds remaining in the 4th round here. And it's a far better round for Lucas Browne. And all of a sudden, Long's in a bit of strife. Clubbing right hand.
Well, Long's got some experience, so he could be playing cage as well.
Oh, there's a left hand. Anthony tagged him, and another left hand as well. He's starting to hang on a little bit here, Long. And there's if one of these left hand connects, it will be all over.
Oh,
there's a body punch.
shot.
Gee whiz, that was a good punch.
He should be going to that body more.
He caught him, and all of a sudden the Australian's in trouble.
He got some power in that left hand, I'll tell you. And he's switching up to southpaw.
And there's a left hand from Browne now. We've got 22 seconds left in this 4th round, and the first minute and a half to 2 minutes belong to the Australian. And then the body punch from Long really put Browne back on his heels.
You got to touch that body as much as you can.
He tried with a left uppercut there, which was not on, and now he throws punches as the bell sounds now for the end of round number 4.
This is becoming an interesting fight.
Well, this isn't going how I thought it'd go, and it's chopping and changing sort of second by second, so to speak. And you encapsulated that into that round, Anthony. Things are looking a bit different now.
Well, Ray, earlier in the night, you thought Long wouldn't be a long night.
Exactly.
But I think it may be a long night, and if he keeps that jab and keep them body shots up, we could be in for a very intriguing finish.
Anyway, they're about to call them back now for the next of these rounds, round number 5 on the Footy Show Fight Night. And that particular round in the early stages, for the first 2/3 of it, belonged to the Australian, and then all of a sudden we had Long coming back, but he gets in close, and this is where he's doing his best work, Anthony, in that neutral corner, and there's a beautiful right uppercut.
He's doing his best work there, but he's got to be careful. Long will try and
Come on, get out, get
play
out. Come on,
defense,
get out of it. Come
play
on.
possum for a bit, and then come back.
So we're in the 5th round now. 2:15 to go. Round 5.
You should be stepping in with that jab, with that left foot. Bring it forward, get a bit more length.
And the most damage to the Australian came from a body punch in the 4th round. And it really put Browne in some strife. And in the end, the round came to a conclusion. He was happy about that. There's a wind-up from
Sugar Ray Leonard stuff.
There's a difference. Sugar Ray used to hit. Now this is where he can do some damage as well, Browne. And oh, there's another uppercut. And the head of Long came reeling out of that exchange. Back in the neutral corner again.
He's riding through these punches, though. He's just riding through these punches good. He's got to watch. Browne's got to watch Long's left hand.
He punched on the break there. He was told to get out of the corner, and he threw a left hand and hit him on the button.
You got to listen, you got to listen. Let's go. Box.
So about a minute to go in this 5th round, halfway through the 10-rounder. He's fought some pretty good fighters Long over a long period of time, and had a 45 to 50% record for wins, but he's awkward. And as long as Browne can accommodate him and come out on top, he'll get plenty of experience out of the fight. Browne's in the wrong spot here. He needs to turn things around and get Long back in that neutral corner. As he takes a couple of punches to try and return punches, goes to with the left, right over the top, left lead, a swinging right, which missed by a mile.
Come here, come here, come here.
He's got a problem with his trunks.
His trunks come down.
A long way for him to fall too.
Now, if I was Long, I'd be going back to the body more, especially that left rip to the body.
There they are, end of round number 5. Long is, he's tough. He's tough.
Well, he's proven he's tough. Obviously, he's had 35 fights. He's got the experience. He's got the seasoning that you need in order to take on these world-rated fighters.
And back they come now. Round number 6 of the scheduled 10-rounder. From the Melbourne Pavilion. The Commonwealth champion has been really struggling here. The Australian Lucas Browne from Horwin in Western Sydney. Ooh, a couple of punches were felt there, and now Browne has a steely determination.
Stop! Time! Come here. You got all Vaseline.
Vaseline
okay, let's go.
everywhere.
Tom in. Box.
He's got a strong left hand, Long.
It's dropped down at the moment. He picks it up and this is where Browne does his best work in this neutral corner and backs him into it again and comes after him. And work to the body. There's an uppercut there, and Long grabs hold, and when he grabs hold, he's separated, and he gets out of that corner now. But he backs away to it again, and Browne comes after him. Oh, there's a big left hand. Right over the top, and there's a left in close. Browne returns with his own right.
Long's trying to counter, trying to be very smart and try to counter.
Browne's determined he wants to take a couple to give a couple. Oh, he got one on the button there too from a left lead as he moved into that corner, and the Australian was stung again. And he keeps coming, and so does the American, throwing big left uppercuts. Oh, there's a swinging right hand. And there's a nice left hand too.
Holding, Jules. No holding.
48 seconds to go in this 6th round.
You got to outwork him. You got to outwork Long.
Fight out
Long
again.
was looking for that 1 or 2 shots. You got to outwork him. If he outworks him, he'll get this by a unanimous decision.
Watch the back of the head,
He's
Jules.
probably ahead by a couple of points, maybe 3. But this is a much better round for Australia. Oh, the head came reeling back there from Long.
That was a good punch. That was the best punch of the night.
He's going to survive this round. There's only 14 seconds to go. Oh,
The left hand is dangerous, believe me.
this has been by far the best round for Lucas Browne. There it is, the bell sounds for the end of round 6. The problem he was having in the first couple of rounds with his right hand seems to have gone. And I think he was just a bit rattled up by this bloke. I think he anticipated that it was going to be a bit easier journey than it's been so far.
I think so too, Ray. And, you know, but he had to let that adrenaline kick in. And whatever injury he had, he has to forget about it.
Well, that was that punch you spoke about, Anthony, which was the best punch of the night so far. And the head came reeling back from Long.
Time. Get him up. Get him
So-
up. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up.
He needs suspenders.
To me, Long's still a dangerous puncher. The next 3-4 rounds, he's going to be very, you know, you got to watch himself.
So we're in round number 7 here of this scheduled 10-rounder. Round 6 was the best round so far for Lucas Browne. It's only a 10-9 round. There was no knockdowns for a 10-8. Left lead from Browne, and Long was on the back pedal as it glanced him. So he wants to get in close.
You got to try and get him to the corners and work. So dip in, dip under, move his head, not coming straight ahead where he can get hit.
Very awkward.
Turn southpaw because he favours that left hand.
No holding.
We'll probably hear more about it tomorrow, about the Commonwealth champion's right hand and what damage he may have done in the early stages of this fight. But he gets in close again, and there's a left lead, and Long shakes his head and shows a bit of contempt for the punches thrown by the Commonwealth champion.
Long's going to let a few go here. Trying to bait him in to let a few go.
He took that on the elbows. Browne has Long through. Oh, there's a nice straight left.
Well, that was all right. He's in a
sorry.
southpaw. He's in a southpaw
On the
position.
southpaw. He switched stance. That's the left. Switch hit. He tagged him there. And he goes in after him again.
No holding.
Browne into the body.
You know, if Lucas wasn't a mandatory for
Try to go. Come
Is
on.
it
Fight out of it again. Fight out of it. Fight out of it. No holding, Jules. Come on.
you know, a big national fight would have been, you know, my boy Solomon Mono. That fight was supposed to happen a few times, and you know, if it got called off for whatever reason, I think that'll be a great stance for Aussie boxing.
We might be seeing the end of this one here, Anthony, because he's really asserting himself now, Browne. He took quite a few punches in that neutral corner. Long.
Yeah, Big Daddy outworked him that round.
He certainly did. So there's the bell sounding for the end of that one. We go to round 8 next. Jeff Fennick just said, Anthony, that was his best round, and I tend to agree with him, but He seems to be just a little pensive, the Australian. Here's a replay. Take us through it.
Yeah, well, you know, he just opened up. He wants to try and get him to the ropes and then open up.
Let's get him out. Time.
Use his power. Obviously, he's got some power.
Go red. Coming. Box.
So back up they come on the Footy Show Fight Night for round 8 of 10. And I would think after that one, he's probably in front by 3 or 4 points, the Australian.
Yeah, definitely. He's probably outworked him for the majority of the rounds. But Long has had some good moments.
Have your head up.
So Long throws a couple.
Put him with that right up the top.
This time he back to the orthodox and pumps out the left.
But watch him uppercuts inside.
No holding, gentlemen, no holding. Fight out of it, gents.
Oh, there was a good right uppercut in amongst all that. And it stung the American.
Well, Lucas's fitness is coming into play right now.
A couple of punches thrown in anger there. And there's a beautiful left and right. He's got him in trouble here, Anthony. Punching it well, and down he goes. 150 to go in round number 8. And the punishment in that neutral corner. He's going to get up at 7.
You're right, Jules. Have a look at me. You're right, mate. You go. Walk to me.
He's okay.
Walk to me. You okay?
About 90 seconds to go.
Let's go. Box.
Round 8.
You've got to defend well here, Long, unless he's going to be in trouble. But he's going to unleash.
And he's just about gone now, Anthony, because he's taken one again and he sits down the ropes.
No, let's go. No, hold it down. No, hold it down.
He's saying that Browne was holding him down there. It appeared to me he sat down. But anyway. Oh, there's a left again, and he's getting in close. There's another left. He's in strife here. The referee will step in very shortly because he's basically defenceless.
He should go to a body, Browne. Go to body, head. Make him bring his hands down. Too much head hunting here.
And there's an uppercut there. The referee has a close look at 54 seconds.
Joel, stop the holding, please.
Oh, there's another big left hand.
Well blocked though.
He's blocked a few with his head, unfortunately, through the course of this round.
That is true.
Oh, if he'd hit him there.
Probably would have found his head in the MCG if he got him there.
25. It's been a big effort for him to stay. I thought he was gone midway through this 8th round, the American, but he stays there. Claret coming from his nose. And he's going to survive this one with 14 seconds to go. The referee was thinking, I think, of when he with the knockdown. This is the 10-8 round of the Australian, so he has an unassailable lead. Now, big left hand right on the bell, and it sounds now as we come into the penultimate round. And fast. We'll have a look at a replay of some of the better moments for Lucas Browne in that 8th round. Anthony.
They're just outworking him on, you know, this. When he's normally comfortable on the ropes, but when Lucas throws more than 2 or 3 punches, he tends to get hit.
There's that one that he didn't connect with, but the rest was a knockdown round. So a 10-8 round of the Australian. Into the 9th round we come now, and he's very courageous, this bloke, but he gets tagged early in the round as he gets him into that same corner where the knockdown occurred.
Right, step back, come on, step back. Come on, step back clean. Let's go. Come on, I'm watching.
Really good job, the referee here,
I'm watching.
for these 2 big men, keeping them apart. There's a left hand to the side of the head. And he's been stung now, Julius Long, by Lucas Browne. Oh, there's a left hand just to the side. And he's again in that other neutral corner now, and shoulders, arms.
Just hadn't thrown enough punches to keep, you know, Browne off him.
Oh, and he's going to get in close again. And try and tie him up. No holding came the call from the referee. He pushes away from him. And then he goes after him again, and he covers up to protect his head.
He's got to get out of that body, Browne.
There's punches to the body now, taking the tip from Anthony Mundine, and the referee moves in.
Let's go. Let's go.
Halfway through round number 9. And this is really what Lucas Browne needed. A fight like this to stretch him, and he goes in now and longs in strife again in that neutral corner, but he won't surrender.
Now on, Julius.
Courageous stuff.
Now on, Julius.
Come, Lucas, you got this, mate. You deserve this. You deserve it, mate.
Or right hand caught him as well, and the ropes are holding him up at the moment. 1:05 to go, round 9.
Come on, mate. Let's stop the holding. Keep your head up, Lucas.
I think Long's trying and last this round out, and then give it a good shot in the last and final round.
Well, he can't win unless he were to knock the Australian out. He's got an unassailable lead on points.
No charge, no charge.
Well, yes, definitely he's got to hurt him or stop him.
Come on, guys. Boxing, guys, boxing.
He looks like he's going to survive here for this 9th round with about 20 seconds to go.
Browne, step back, come on, step back, right back. Let's go. Let's go.
There's that 10-second thump you can hear in the background from the timekeeper. Oh, he's put him down with a big left hand right on the bell, and he won't be getting up from that one. He said no count, he's out, he's gone. He wins the fight by knockout in the 9th round. Jeff Fenech into the ring to congratulate the man who's destined to fight for a world title. And we'll have a look at the replay, and Anthony Mundine will take you through that left hand, which put the big American on the broad of his back.
Yeah, it was the lead left hook. That was one of my favourite punches, and caught him right on the chin, I think.
Well, he put him down on the previous, and I've got to give the American credit. Julius Long, he's being attended to by the doctor at the moment, but it was a massive punch, but he'd taken Anthony all sorts of punishment in the 8th round. Here it is. Take us through it.
It's just a lead left hook. Boom. Yeah, that's the first one. That wasn't a punch that knocked him out, but it was similar to that.
We'll see it in a second.
I think he ducks his head, and I think he ducks into it. There we go.
There it is. He was sort of moving away, and as he was moving into it, it was a left hand went bang, and he wasn't getting up from that. Here it is again. You watch his head here turn. He turned his head and he went straight into the punch.
He didn't have the right hand up by his chin, protecting his whiskers. You need to have that right hand up, you know, to catch the punch rather than catch it on your chin.
He's up and okay, Anthony, which is good news because he's put up a great performance to be there for those 9 rounds.
He put up a great effort, you know, considering he took it on a week's notice and had to fly out from wherever he come from, and, you know, put up a great effort in order to stay there for the 9 rounds.
And I'll be most interested to hear the injury that has been sustained by Lucas Browne that Jeff Fenech was talking about early in the round, early in the fight. And there's Jeff, thanks champ, he just said to Julius Long, appreciate the fight. He did give Lucas Browne what he required if he's heading towards a world title, and that's a mandatory crack at a title, and he gave him a nice long workout here this evening. So the announcement's about to come to confirm a knockout in the 9th round. Let's go to Mark Warren.
At 2:59 of round number 9, and by way of KO, and now 23 from 23 with 20 by way of KO, your big daddy, Lucas Browne. Well, three in the world by the WBA. A Commonwealth champion, Julius Long, has a couple of decorated fighters he's been the distance with who have put a couple of hours away along the way, including Alex Leopai and Solomon Hamono, if you draw a form line. Didn't have it our own way.
It was a great fight, honestly. I needed the rounds. It's been 9 months since I've had a fight, so I definitely needed the rounds, and I thank Julius very much for coming over. 1 week's notice. So, in all honesty, credit to Julius on 1 week's notice for coming over and having a fight.
And two opponents chopped out prior to this evening, so in effect 3 changes for your preparation in the lead-in.
Yeah, that's correct. It's hard when people pull out like that, but that's boxing, unfortunately. I think I've broken my thumb the first punch I threw on his head, unfortunately, so I couldn't really do much with my right hand through the fight, so it took a bit longer than I thought it was.
His name is Big Daddy, and that was heavyweight action, free to air, live and exclusive on Channel 9 as we go back to you, Aaron.